Imagine a battle so pivotal, it altered the course of a nation's history. Welcome to the story of the battles of Saratoga, where a young nation's fate hung in the balance. The year was 1777. The American Revolution was in full swing. The British, under General John Burgoyne, with Allied German and Italian support, aimed to divide and conquer the rebellious colonies by controlling the Hudson River Valley. Opposing them were the French-supported American forces, led by General Horatio Gates and Benedict Arnold, determined to protect their newfound independence. As Burgoyne's troops advanced southwards, challenges mounted. Supply lines were stretched, native allies wavered, and the Americans fortified their positions. The stage was set for a confrontation that would shape the course of the war. September 19th marked the beginning of a fierce struggle. The British, confident in their superior numbers and experience, advanced towards the American lines near Freeman's Farm. The Americans, under Generals Arnold and Gates, had strategically chosen the high ground, fortified with natural defenses. The battle commenced with an exchange of artillery fire, followed by intense hand-to-hand combat. Arnold's aggressive tactics inflicted heavy casualties on the British, but the Americans, lacking reinforcements, were forced to withdraw. Despite the British claiming the ground, their losses were substantial, weakening their overall position. The weeks following the first clash were a tense period of regrouping and strategizing. Burgoyne, expecting reinforcements from New York City, found himself isolated as the promised support was redirected. The American forces, meanwhile, swelled with militia reinforcements, bolstering their numbers to around 15,000. Morale soared among the American troops, with Arnold's leadership and valor becoming a rallying point. The British, low on supplies and morale, faced the grim reality of their situation, cut off and surrounded by an increasingly confident enemy. The next battle began on October 7th and saw a dramatic shift in momentum. General Burgoyne launched a reconnaissance in force, aiming to find a weak point in the American lines. The Americans, led by Arnold, responded with fierce determination. Arnold, disobeying Gates's orders to remain in camp, took to the battlefield, leading a series of daring assaults against the British redoubts. The fighting was brutal, with key positions changing hands multiple times. The turning point came when Arnold was severely wounded in the leg, yet his troops, inspired by his bravery, pressed the attack. The British defenses faltered and then collapsed, forcing Burgoyne to retreat. The Americans pursued, sealing the fate of the British army. The surrender of Burgoyne's army was monumental. It not only signified a major tactical victory for the Americans, but also a strategic turning point in the war. News of the American victory at Saratoga quickly spread, altering the perception of the conflict globally. France, recognizing the legitimacy and potential of the American cause, entered the war as an ally. This alliance provided critical military assistance and turned the American Revolution into an international war. The battles of Saratoga, thus, were more than just military triumphs. They were the catalysts for a new phase in the fight for American independence, setting the stage for eventual victory. The battles of Saratoga were more than mere military victories. They transformed a colonial rebellion into a global conflict, reshaping the future of a nation and forging a crucial international alliance. Saratoga, indeed, was the turning point of the American Revolution.